You're listening to the Incomparables Total Party Kill podcast, in which a group of friends play Dungeons & Dragons on the internet for your amusement. This is episode number 458, recorded March 2024, posted July 2024. MTV's Crypts.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, a dungeon master. I use he, him pronouns. And today we are continuing our dog and pony show, specifically our Curse of Strahd adventure. After several rounds of combat, our villain is on the ropes, hounded and pummeled by our heroes. But who are those heroes? Allow me to introduce them, and they will introduce the characters that they are playing. First off, this guy, he's got such a head on his shoulders. He's literally never been lost, though there was a period of a day or three where he wasn't sure where he was. It's Micah Sargent.
I am always lost, so I don't know what you're talking about. But,
some of these may be exaggerations.
I'm so glad for the trusty compass I always keep in my back pocket. Anyway, I am, yes, indeed, Micah Sargent, he, him pronouns. I play Elevor Landman, the half-elf druid, who also uses he, him pronouns, as well as Samus, the saber-toothed tiger, and Danu, the fey mimic octopus. Samus uses she, her pronouns, and Danu doesn't care about pronouns, so just refer to Danu as Danu, please. And thank you.
Also joining us, the greatest lumberjack in all of North America. She lives up north with a big blue ox named Babe, or sometimes Steven. It's Erica Ensign.
Having moved from the U.S. Midwest to Canada, yeah, all of those things are true. 100% true. Yes, Erica Ensign playing Brildish, the dwarven paladin. Our pronouns are she, her. I am unaccompanied by a celestial pony named Pony Sindelarance today. He couldn't be here because of a swarm.
Next up, one of my favorite players. Every Sunday, this guy insists that we break into Fenway Park and we take over the whole thing. We have to use the outfield to cook these giant flapjacks. He makes me strap like giant pads of butter to my feet to grease the pan. It is Dan the Pan Morin. Hello, Dan.
Where have you come up with these?
It's about...
Oh, I see where it's coming from.
It's about the amount of Dan in the thing. And Tony, I knew this was a lie because you started with one of my favorite people.
Ouch. Yeah, we don't consider Dan a person here at Total Party Kill.
Burn.
I just push the buttons and make.
Would you like to introduce your characters, Dan?
I will introduce my character. I play Castan Onatar's Crucible, aka Crucible, a Warforged cleric of the god Onatar, who uses they, them pronouns. I use he, him pronouns. And I'm also responsible for Vasilka, the flesh construct bride, intended bride of Strahd, who intends not to be a bride.
Mm-hmm. Also joining us, a player who as a child, two deadly snakes snuck into her crib. She strangled them with her bare hands, simultaneously inventing the baby rattle. It's Jane Ritt.
Tony, where's my story? That's just the fun fact that I tell during corporate icebreakers. I am playing Lena Dulina, the human rogue, and I am also responsible for playing, at least, Aragal, the alternatingly hapless and deadly assassin.
That's the best.
See how I didn't make the snake one about you? Friendship.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And last but not least, she has planted as many trees as Erica has felled while wandering up and down the East Coast. It's Aline Appleseed Sims. Hi, Aline. Welcome
We're
back.
a team.
Are we a team or are we nemicide?
Let's be a team. Let's be a team.
Okay, I like that better. I play Imra Soliana, the Wood Elf Ranger, and the amazing dog Androdite. We all are she, her pronoun users.
So those are our heroes, but if there are heroes, there must be a villain. And in the opposite corner, the nemesis of our entire story, his name's in the title of the adventure, the Deacon of Despair, the Harbinger of Horror, the Manager of Malefactions. The kids call him Strati Vonzi. He does not care for it. The vampire you love to hate, Strahd von Zarovich. As you've never seen him before, pretty much pummeled and frankly scampering for his own unlife in his sad basement. Defeat seems certain, but if anybody could foul it all up, Well, it would be the dice's fault, but I will blame the players. Let us get into the action. We have been doing several rounds of combat. We have a long list of characters and NPCs that get to go, and we are going to start with Imra, followed by Nilbog. Imra, you are in the basement where all of this giant fight is happening. Strahd von Zarevich has taken a lot of damage and been kind of, I don't know, driven is a strong word. Driven implies that he has not been running for his life most of this fight. He has traveled from one side of his sprawling catacombs to another, trying to use kind of strike and attack tactics, but has mainly been being beat up by you all. Imra, what will you do?
So, last time we finally, somehow, miraculously murdered a bride, as you do. So I can finally run toward, well, Strahd if I can find him, but at least the rest of the party. So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to have to dash to do that. So, I'm if you want to wait around while I move my token, you can, but otherwise I'm just moving 14 squares.
Okay.
Look at you go.
Yeah.
Zip.
Micah, I believe you are in control of Nilbog and Acquaintance, who are also kind of scampering across the dungeon. You have like just a menagerie of things with spectral hallucination things and all kinds of stuff.
It is my way.
Yeah.
Yes. So the Nilbog is also going to take the opportunity to dash forward. Their speed is okay. That's the sound of a Nilbog moving along.
Cute.
And then the Dryad will do the same as they get closer to the action.
Did they both dash?
They both dashed. And that's it.
Okay. Strahd gets to go next. Strahd gets to take a lair action. I am just consulting the various things that he could do.
Can he make a layer cake with the layer action?
Oh, I would love some
Roldish, can
cake.
you remind me of your current status vis-a-vis Strahd?
We are not friends anymore. We were
Okay.
besties for like a few seconds there,
Just a
then
hot
he
blooded
bit
moment.
me. Yeah,
Oh.
and
Literally, yeah.
took a bunch of my blood and knocked my maximum hit points down. Did not appreciate that. So
Okay,
we
but
are
in the act of
currently on the
draining-
outs.
Draining your blood, that was where it ended.
Yes.
Facebook status, it's complicated.
Yeah.
It is. Mhm.
All right, I think based on that, Strahd's going to use his lair action. He's done this before. He's going to summon a kind of a specter, basically the spirit of one of the many adventurers who has died in Castle Ravenloft will rise up from the ground and lash
It's
out
Phil Spector.
at one of Strahd's enemies.
It's a wall of sound.
Okay. Okay. Fine. That's what it is.
Nerd jokes.
Yep, and I guess that will happen at Brildish since you are no longer on Team Strahd. This is a life drain attack. I will say this is not a very I rolled very poorly, so 9's not going to hit the mighty champion that is Brildish.
Hayla.
We say
her
9
armors.
to that attack.
All right, well that was not very exciting. Crucible. So just to paint the picture here, the fight is kind of spread out all across this catacomb with all these kind of pillar-like crypts between things. But Vasilka, Brildish, Crucible, and Elvor, and others are all packed in pretty close to Strahd and have him at least, engaged. He keeps trying to break away from the group, and he keeps getting kind of punished for that. Crucible, what do you got for us?
Well, I'm thinking about moving down here. I can clearly see Strahd.
Mhm.
And then
right
casting. Let's try. How are people doing? People in dire
Okay.
need of
I'm
healing?
not.
Anybody?
I have
I'm
40
not
of
great.
67.
I
But
have
I'm
25.
far.
of
Brildish.
80. But I can also lay hands on myself or someone else, although you never know if Brildish is actually going to do the smart thing on her turn.
Yeah,
We also
well-
don't know how many times Strahd's going to go between.
And Brildish can do radiant damage.
Yeah, I can. Well, I was also thinking about trying to
But if
drop
you can,
some
that's great.
radiant damage, which
Hey.
should we give it a try? Why
Yeah,
not?
let's.
All right, I'm going
radiantly
to cast
damage.
a guiding bolt at level 3. And that will be, let's do roll an attack.
Roll high.
Yeah, that was the thing I rolled.
Oh no!
I guess it
That's
was
why I
mine.
should stop rolling attacks.
Is it 2 numbers?
It was 2 digits,
Uh-huh.
but
Save
the
it very
first one's a
low.
1 and the second
Mm.
one's a 2.
Oh.
Glad I used a spell slot on that. Cool. This is why I shouldn't attack things, apparently. So that was an action. That was a move. So Brildish, you need some healing. I don't think I can do that
Yeah.
now. I have to.
But if you
do a
can't, that's fine.
trip. Yeah. So I think that was my underwhelming turn.
Okay. Speaking of underwhelming turns, it's Argal's turn. Argal,
Listen.
the assassin you picked up so long ago who attempted to assassinate you and instead became your friend.
Yay!
Yep. So am I remembering correctly that all of these tokens over here are not real? They're illusions from your deck?
The only this
The
creature,
hellhounds are real.
Those 3 above, yeah. So the giant and the 2 above it are fake. The hellhounds below it are real. They are currently being distracted by the fake creatures.
Great. Argal is going to run up and stab one. That is going to
Wait,
be...
one of
Wait,
our...
no, wait. That's a fake
Not
one that
s-
you ran
yeah.
up to Argal.
So from
The-
the giant to the north,
it-
those are the fake. But below
okay.
the giant, those
Yeah.
are real.
Mhm.
Okay.
So Argal
Argal
may
is
have
just
to-
going to run.
Yeah, just run.
It is a turn of movement.
Yeah.
All
Argal's
right.
going to try and face tank all of these hellhounds. Alternative, he's like acting like he did it on purpose, like, I'll take these guys. But he actually just got surprised when he rounded the corner.
Ran around a corner and there were angry dogs. At the end of Argal's turn, assuming that's now.
Tony, a question before you that? Sorry.
It
What
is.
would you like?
I forgot to have the Celestial Act, which is supposed to act on my initiative.
Okay.
So I can do that,
Do that.
now. Let's have them. Can they flit around here, or do they provoke if they do? Around this
I think
corner?
there's probably space.
There's
I
enough
don't
room
know
to
if
get-
the
I would love to
Celestial
get
cares
the
about.
Celestial around flanking Strahd there.
All right.
And then let's attempt to make a multi-attack.
What?
Yeah, that's right. I can do it. So we'll make
Yeah, so
2
don't ask
attacks.
questions and don't look it up.
Yep, definitely not. No need to look this up. All right. I will roll 2d20. And one is a 20, math's 20, and one is a math's much less than 20.
Hey.
Do either of those hit?
The 20 hits.
All right, that's great. Sorry, there's a whole separate stat block for this dude. All right, so
I didn't summon him, Dan. You summoned
I know. That's why I
Celestial.
apologize. I didn't apologize for you. That would be weird. This is going to do D8 D10 plus 3, so 11 radiant damage,
Dang it. No one had done radiant damage to Strahd
Yeah,
in
that's
quite a
right.
while.
and
Don't like
can
that.
choose a creature it can see within 10 feet of the target. Let's choose Brildish, and Brildish gets 1d10 temporary hit points.
Woo!
Yay!
Finally, this guy has been chasing Strahd around the entire
Mhm.
time.
No.
The key thing is that
6 temp HP for you, Brildish.
Woohoo!
that
Little
you know
buffer.
the radiant damage is like stealing Strahd's future health because he regenerates so much if he has not
Mhm.
taken radiant damage.
Whoa. This
Um,
is like some seriously boomer
Deep.
thing. Like, oh, you're stealing my future health.
I will say that in reaction, at the end of this horrible
Okay,
Celestial's turn, The Strahd von Zarovich is going to do a legendary action. What legendary action do you think he's going to do?
He's gonna run away.
He's going to run away.
So far, this Strahd has been very underwhelming.
He casts
One
a lot
star.
of magic.
So he says, but all he does is run away. Oh, I have a lot of magic, he says, as he flees into the darkness.
He summoned like magic clones of himself that you guys beat.
I summoned a frickin' celestial.
All right, well, he's headed south away from you, group. And reminder
that doesn't provoke anything.
Does not provoke. That's because it's legendary.
I have like 100 characters on the map. Strahd, you suck, bro.
Is he still invisible?
No, I
No.
dispelled
You
that.
suck, literally.
You
Crucible
that's right.
dispelled
Okay.
it, yeah.
Mhm.
I tried
remember
to
that.
turn invisible. Strahd has tried to do so many things, and jerks that I'm not going to name have gotten in the way every time. I'm trying to make this an exciting conclusion, and if you guys would
running away.
if you guys would just walk around without your turtleneck shirts, and just
I did.
yeah.
Lay off.
Broldish has sacrificed blood and sweat, mainly blood. It's Broldish is a team player.
The part of Strahd the Sieging
Wrong
will be
team.
played by Sir Robin from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Mm. I guess Strahd's been strangely quiet because managing this many characters and doing voices is hard, and so he will take this moment to just say,
Bye!
You don't understand. Barovia needs me. Broldish, it's your turn.
Well,
I
first of
picture
all,
him running away going, flap, 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 saying,
I feel like your images of Strahd are not generous.
I'm not impressed.
Generous to his status as Vampire Lord.
Broldish starts by rolling her eyes at that because that's
so he
ridiculous.
ran away and you chase him down.
Yep.
I want to hear why he thinks that.
Now, I will say,
Not that I've
Strahd
listened.
is running out of catacombs here. As you close with him, Broldish, you see that Strahd is basically kind of between two kind of crypt-like pillars that are basically the southernmost pillars of the catacombs. You started all the way on the north side. Beyond Strahd, there is a set of stairs going down. I don't know how much of the map I need to hide or reveal. And you can see even similar to the crypt that you explored on the north side of the catacombs, there is a portcullis built into the opening of the stairs leading down. So likely there's some kind of crypt but down those stairs.
I think
can
we
you
knew
grapple him.
Didn't we look through the bars down
That's
there?
a good question.
I don't know.
I think we peeked and
You did
That's-
explore. There was one, if you
Yeah.
scroll around on your map. So I'll just remind you, to the far north, where you found Strahd, you found him in his brother's crypt. So that was the
I remember
crypt
now.
to Sergei. And then
We sensed evil,
Yeah.
dark, deep evil coming
To
from
the
this direction.
east of the map is the Strahd's parents' crypt to his mother and father. And then I don't think you explored, but you sensed deep evil to the crypt to the south. I feel like process of elimination, you might be able to figure out whose crypt that is.
Mm-hmm.
It's Strahd's. It's Strahd's crypt.
Also, let's see. Yeah. Okay. So I have 2 attacks, and the first one I'm just going to try to attack with this fancy magic axe. I no longer have advantage against Strahd, unfortunately. So here's hoping I roll well. That is a 20 to hit, math 20.
Math 20 hits Strahd.
All right, I'm going to burn my last 2nd level spell to do a Divine Smite, because I feel like now's the time for it. Divine Smite allows me to do some extra damage. So my attack does 1d8 plus 4 slashing. I'll just do that right away because that's not. Let's see. Oh, and I rolled a 1 on the die. Let's see. So it's a 5 plus, so it's 7 magical slashing damage from the axe itself. But because of the Divine Smite, I am using my 2nd level spell slot to deal 2 extra d8 of radiant damage plus another d8 of radiant damage for the spell slot a level higher plus another d8
What?
because he
That's
is
too many
undead.
D8s. How
Yep.
many?
So-
How much? Okay.
So we have 3 plus 5 is 8. Plus 6 is 14. Plus 8 is 22.
Ugh. Strahd
And
does
that's
not
radiant
Yeah.
damage.
so,
good.
Mhm. Yep, that's my first attack. For my second attack, I want to try to grapple him.
Yep.
So
Just looking through his spells here. He can
Should have
cast
brought up the rules
comprehend
before.
language.
Ooh, that's a handy one right there.
mhm.
Maybe if he taunted you in Dwarven, it would have more.
The
effect.
language of defeat is what he's going to have to
Mm.
comprehend.
All right, so attack action to make a special melee attack or grapple. This is replacing my second attack with my axe. So it is a strength athletics check contested by the target's either athletics or acrobatics. So,
All right.
um,
Let's see here.
that is
What
is my athletics?
It's pretty good because you're that's tough dwarf.
Mhm. It's not as good as I was hoping it would be. I only got a 17.
I only got a 14.
Hey, okay. In that case, the target is grappled, and he can use his action to escape. But he would need to succeed on a strength
This
or
is
dexterity
not
check.
the embrace of the vampire that Strahd had in mind.
He did it to me first. I'm just, turnabout's fair play.
Mm-hmm.
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 Yep.
All right. I think he has one legendary action left. He should take at the end of his turn, or sorry, at the end of your turn before it's his turn, and his legendary actions reset. Well, given that he is, well, now here's a question.
Here's the answer.
Could he move with Brildish? I don't think he can.
No, not usually. Your speed's usually 0.
I believe he's
Yeah.
immobilized.
He has speed 0. All right. I think all
Speed
he can
0.
do is attack Brildish.
This is where it all might go completely wrong.
Yeah. He attacks Brildish. His main attack is just lashing out with his horrible claws. You've got him grabbed, which does not impede his ability to attack you, nor helps it, I guess. So he lashes out with his horrible claws. I have rolled why would I say maths? I've just rolled, it is a 24 to hit Brildish, actually 25, which is pretty
sure.
good.
Yep. Uh-oh. Oh boy, this is very exciting.
You're
This
going to
is
take
the
8
drama that
bludgeoning damage,
Okay, well, 6 of those is temporary hit points.
14
Thank you.
necrotic damage.
Ooh.
Oof.
If the target is a creature, Strahd can grapple it instead. I feel like
Are you
it's not.
both
That would be
It's,
funny.
it's just like
It's
a
a hug.
headlock that gets
It's a hug.
reversed into a headlock takeover.
I don't know. I don't know, and I don't care to look up the rules of D&D in terms of. I believe that people can both be grappling each other.
That's called wrestling.
It's like a hug. Until one person wants to leave, they just don't know what's going on. But he's not going to do that because he would like the opportunity to leave. So you just took some damage. I think that's
did.
about the best he can do for his legendary action. Now
I'm still up.
Now it is his turn.
Oh
proper.
boy, now I'm in trouble.
Good times. Strahd would love to start off by regenerating, but wait, he's taking radiant damage, so he cannot.
Mm-hmm.
He looks around. He thinks about comprehending languages. He thinks about scrying. He thinks about all the other spells he can do that are not very useful in this immediate situation.
He doesn't need to scry to see what's coming to him.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a fist.
He has so many great powers that rely on basically you all being very busy with any other things. So he is going to, I guess his choice is, does he attack Brildish or does he attempt to charm Brildish again?
Those are the things.
Does she get any sort of advantage to save versus charm because she's already been charmed? I know that sometimes they'll get like a resistance.
Wait a minute. I feel like I felt this before.
I've never felt this way before.
No, wait. I have.
Oh, wait. No, never mind.
I think Strahd's gonna go for the charm offensive. So
I mean, he is
Strahd. Grappling each other.
Here often.
You Strahd looks deep into your eyes, and you kind of feel yourself kind of like plummeting into them as if they were dark, inky pits. Give me a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Against
I have
this
advantage.
magic. Okay.
All right. So I rolled a 22 on the first one. And
Let's see.
and a 19 on the die, so like a 26 on the second
All
one.
right,
So, yay.
and you snap out of it, and you're still holding Strahd, and he is now the grapple has gotten uncomfortable.
Nice try. This is not a hug.
Man, this is where I'm really like I'm thinking of fourth edition and wishing Strahd had like 7 action points I could unleash. All right. I think that's all it for Strahd for this turn, though I'm not heavily investing in his future vis-a-vis other situations. Elevor.
Sorry, I'm just doing movement math here, which I should have done. Oh yeah, I'm good.
Everybody
actually.
loves that.
I am good to approach, and I am.
Oh, hi, Elevor.
Hi. First, I'm going to say this though. I'm not going to say this. Elevor's going to say this. Hey, Strati Von Z. You mentioned something about you hate.
It's
what?
not catching on.
I don't know. I've heard it from like 5 people today, actually, including that storm giant over there. Kept saying Strati Von Z. Anyway, I was curious. You did say that this whole place kind of needs you. You said Barovia needs you. Firstly, you talking about little Barovia or big Barovia?
Big Barovia.
Okay, cool. So big Barovia. And what do you mean it needs you?
I am Barovia. Without me, they are just peasants.
I think with you or without you, they're sort of peasants, but maybe they're peasants.
These are your words, not mine.
They're sort of peasants in a better state without you. Anyway, I thought I'd give you, usually people talk about like a taste of your own medicine. I sort of want to taste you to give you a taste of your own medicine. And Elevor's teeth lengthen and poison starts to drip off of them as he
Micah, this is how you catch vampirism, just so we're clear.
as he goes in for a bite. I can't remember, does a 19 hit?
19 hits Strahd.
All right. And then let's see what that does. I'm going
Brildish feels like she helped by just holding him still.
Absolutely. You
right
did.
here. Here you go.
I believe, in fact, would you have advantage? No, it's just the movement is 0,
no.
right?
Yeah.
I always think grapple is more of a big deal than it is.
No.
I mean, it's a big deal if all that your enemy is doing is running away at every opportunity.
True facts.
Yep.
He talked a big game. It was just 8 damage.
I mean, still, that's
every bit helps, or every bite.
Every bite.
Yeah, 8 damage. That's all Elevor is going to do on Elevor's turn for now.
All right. Next in the order, bats everywhere. Bats attack you. Bats. If you don't remember how we do this, I, for management purposes, ask you to roll a bat attack on each of your various things that you control. It's a +4 attack. It does 5 damage if it hits you.
Of course, I got my nat 20 on that one.
I mean, at least it's flat damage, so, critical bat damage is not going to,
The bats missed Brildish, which was actually quite good.
Okay.
5 damage, you said?
Yep, if you got hit by bats.
All right. Samus once again gets a bat bite.
Oh.
But Elevor...
all our buddies just keep getting hit.
Yeah, Vasilka's AC is 9, so I roll pretty low.
Is that including the chain shirt, though?
Oh, I don't remember. I can't remember what we made for AC.
It was a chain shirt, but I don't remember.
9 sounds like... Oh, Dan, you literally... The token says the armor class of Vasilka is 13.
Oh, 13. Great.
9 must have been the base armor class of a flesh golem, which I know is not very high.
I still rolled a 15, so...
Oh. Well, Dan, don't roll so high when you're attacking yourself.
Why Why are you hitting yourself?
Lena.
Lena, all of this talk that Strahd has been doing about how Barovia is nothing and like they need him, she's just been like vibrating with rage. So she is going to use her cunning action to come up, and then she's going to use another one to just kind of like scooch past Elevor.
Mhm.
And then she's going to swing her sword at him.
Yes.
Or more properly, I think swing his sword at him or his brother's sword at him.
Yeah.
I believe it's for his brother's story. Now, I will tell you something interesting that happens, Lena, as you move forward into that space. A space that's thus far no player character has occupied on the map.
Oh no.
As your boots hit the the catacomb tile floor, that's dusty and dirty. The tile that your feet are upon briefly kind of glows blue, and you get the sense that you've activated some kind of rune.
She does not care. She's still going to stab Strahd.
Well, hold on.
Oh boy.
Let me just check the nature of that rune.
Of that blue rune.
Yeah, that blue rune.
Blue room.
Can I make a reflex save to get a
Had to
swing
happen.
off before whatever happens?
Let's see here.
It'll all depend on what this tiny
You
little
are
rune
just
can
what
do.
I just stepped on.
No, that doesn't quite work.
I get the feeling I'll regret the. I don't know. It's not quite. Gonna have to keep working. Tony's looking up rules, so I'm gonna vamp.
Thank you.
Oh, don't
no
vamp.
vamping.
No.
We already have one and it's terrible.
Uh-huh.
So, fun fact. You are
Is it
going to
fun?
be fact.
Is it a fact?
Fact. You are going to be teleported far, far away.
No.
No, how
no.
far
Okay,
away?
can I have a reflex save to get the swing off? Because, like, I imagine that she is doing the, like, leaping thing.
Wait until you find out where you are. Let's see here. Also, fun fact. Why don't I should stop?
Please stop saying fun
Fact.
facts.
Just stop saying fun fact.
Yeah, stop saying fun fact until you tell us what the fun fact is.
Well, first off, this gets so Jane, on your screen, you're gonna scroll over to the bottom right. This is not geographically where you are. This just represents the current hell space that you occupy. Let's see here.
I do not see.
I'm
I
working
see a
on
deck
hiding.
of illusions.
Nope, that's Micah. Here. All right, come on. Nope, I'm hiding the same area over and over again. Reveal area is better. You suddenly find yourself in basically a dark pit full of undead. Lena.
I hate this so much.
And fun fact.
Stop saying.
I'm saying fun fact.
Basically, you switch spots with one of the creatures from that. So where Lena was is now a white.
First of all.
Jeez.
That's offensive. Second of all,
Oh, I'm gonna. Okay, sure.
Lena has just gotten screwed over and over again.
Yep. We'll come back to you in a second, Lena. I apologize. This is one of those great things where the dungeon master just takes over your turn and bad stuff happens. So Lena Delina has strode forward next to Broldish, ready to end Strahd von Zarovich's time on this plane of existence, because he is not long for this world. When suddenly a white appears where Lena was, the floor glows blue beneath her feet. The white gets to go right now. It's just great. And I guess the white sees Broldish and makes a longsword attack on you.
Oh, Lena's turn is going to be bad for everybody.
And what the heck? The white has multi-attack.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that second
Oh,
one.
well, it does for fun. Funsies.
Yeah, well, she's already fallen out of the way of its sword.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, then the second one's on Elevor. So, so Broldish, you went down. Is that what you're just saying?
Yes.
Would
yes,
you like to
that is what I'm
describe
saying.
that in an evocative way, letting us know what happens?
I mean, okay, so what happens is Lena shows up. Brildish's eyes turn into like hearts. She's so excited. This is what she's been waiting for this whole time. Lena to show up and just stab the heck out of Strahd. And then suddenly, poof, Lena's gone. And White is there, and the heart eyes disappear, but it's just like this look of sheer confusion, and she almost just lets go of Strahd for a second as the White just reaches out and just scrapes across her face, and down she goes like a sack of potatoes.
Is there a brief moment where Brildish is like, was Lena White all along?
No,
Okay,
too
good.
confused.
Just checking.
That things are moving so fast. There's no way for Brildish to have that thought that fast. So no.
And,
Also,
sorry,
I
is
think
it-
as we stand right now, she would become a zombie.
Hmm.
Is that true?
That's what whites do. I mean, I think it's like a day later or something.
Oh, okay.
but-
Well,
Oh,
that's, you know what? That's a tomorrow problem for us.
yeah, sorry, it's not right now.
Mm-hmm.
sorry,
see.
I
didn't do
How
the
much-
I didn't do the life drain attack with the White. I just did an attack with its sword. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
which of the two was mine?
The second attack is on Elevor. The White rolled a 22.
Yes,
And
that part I got. But is it
why
both
is-
of those damages at the bottom?
No, I think it's doing that whether if the White was
Oh, because whether it's one hand or two hand,
it's-
probably.
yeah, and it's two-handed. So
Okay, so 10 slashing
10
damage.
slashing damage. I apologize.
Wait
My
a minute.
Macro is confusing.
Okay, so hold on a second then. So which one of that first one, which one is actually
8.
8. Oh, did you combine
Oh.
them?
I just thought it was the first one. I assumed that was like a advantage
Advantage
thing
or something, yeah.
Yeah. No. So Brildish
Well, then
is
the
actually
second
up
one
with
hits you.
one hit
Broldish.
point. So Elevor does not get hit.
Okay,
That
Elevor
is-
does not
that
get
is-
hit. There you go. Way to
Yep.
just backtrack that dramatic moment.
Sorry, I didn't realize
Um,
how the numbers worked there.
Let's see here. So, meanwhile, Lena, you were intent on killing Strahd von Zarovich, taking him away. Instead, you find yourself, there's kind of a flash of light. You're plunged into absolute darkness. But of course,
I
you
have my sword out.
you have a glowing sword, and the glowing sword, you find yourself in kind of like a cave-like kind of crevasse. And there are coffins on the ground and glowing eyes kind of reflecting back the light of the sword at you. There are more than a dozen whites in this chamber with you.
So, like, what are they
So it's a country
doing?
club,
Like,
or?
are they in their coffins?
They're
Are
going
they
to
like
attack you.
loafing around?
These
Are
are
they
mean whites. Well, they were just kind of milling around, but now they look like they want to murder you.
okay? Well, I think I still have movement. So I guess I try and kill one of them. I'll do the one that I'm in melee with.
Okay.
So that's a 28.
That'll definitely hit a white.
That is 11 radiant damage, followed by 20 radiant damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll hurt a white. That white is bloodied.
Do I see any sort of like glowing blue sigil or anything that isn't just like grimy cave covered in the undead?
I was just looking through the rules to see how does Lena get out of this place, and I have not gotten up to that section.
Neat.
Oh, great.
So
Okay, well, that's my turn.
Do you not get a second attack? Oh,
I
'cause you
had to
used
use
your
my
cunning-
bonus action
Yeah.
to get up to
Gotcha.
melee.
Blop.
You can see, Lena, that so you are basically at the bottom of a pit, and this pit is full of skeletal remains, ancient rusty weapons, several coffins, and of course the aforementioned more than a dozen undead. The pit is a pit. The good thing about pits is they don't have a roof. So you do see that it looks like, there is no entry or exit to this pit other than up. It looks like it's basically a vertical climb 40 feet above you, and you can see the area you're in now is kind of like a natural kind of cave-like hole. You can see a little bit more like a chimney shaft kind of opening above you.
Gotcha.
Would you like to use any of your move action that you have left to not be on the floor of this pit?
I would love to do that. So how much remaining move action do I have? Actually, no, I was gonna say, oh well, I wouldn't have attacked her, but yes, she would have. I mean, she would have attacked. Okay, how many squares of movement do I have? So I came down. That was 6. So I have, I think, 3 squares of movement remaining. So I would like to try and scale that wall. I think even if the white gets an opportunity attack, I think I still want to try and climb out. Let's see. Would that be an athletics check?
Yeah.
What about an acrobatics check to try and bounce between the little...
I will give it to you.
Okay. That's a 21.
All right, you are trying to shimmy your way up. I will tell you that is a good choice because you have basically, unfortunately, Strahd had a teleportation trap laid there, and to stop people who were, trying to murder him, and you've basically been teleported into a horrible zombie movie. You don't want to spend the rest of your life in this pit with the whites. And so you start scaling the walls as the whites kind of shamble in your direction. I will.
You
point
might want
out,
to look around to see if there's a person named Kara Kier in there, though, just in case.
I will point out.
Cue the Scott McNulty cameo.
Some of the whites do have
amazing.
longbows, so we'll see how that goes.
Great.
All right, Lena. You didn't kill Strahd. You know what's going to happen at the end of your turn?
Oh, God.
Strahd von Zarovich, legendary action. 1, 2, 3, 4. I stretched the token in there
Stretchy.
somewhere. 5, 6.
Is there anything legendary about running away? Or
Guy,
is it
look,
just
he is a spellcaster.
cowardice?
He is a scholar. He
Not a gentleman. I'll tell you that for free.
He needs to strike from the shadows. Strahd, seeing Breldish lying on the ground, no longer holding him, takes this moment to kind of just slip away, heading south. You hear his little footsteps cluck, 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 cluck down the stairs, and then a sound of kind of rusty metal gears turning, and a portcullis slams shut at the top of the stairs. Seems like Strahd is trying to buy himself some time to not deal with you all. Hey, you're dying. You don't get to critique Strahd's strategy.
Brildish's internal monologue continues.
Yep. All right. Next up, the Hellhounds. Micah, the Hellhounds are pretty engaged with these kind of deck of many things.
Congratulations to all of them.
Well, I was just going to say, what do they need to do in the do they attack?
Usually if you get engaged, you have to get down on one knee, so that's probably what they should do.
I'm rattling 3 bite attacks.
Okay. As you do 3 bite attacks, let me see I don't remember what the AC of an illusion is, but I don't think it's very
cloud giant.
So That is vamping.
No, vamping.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Just by attacking it, it is poofed.
It's poofed. All right. I think basically the Hellhounds, just the three of them kind of tear through your three illusions. But you did basically tie up the Hellhounds for a turn.
Oh, wait. It doesn't poof, but it just reveals that it's an illusion. So, sorry.
How many hit
So
points
still
does the
there.
illusion have?
The illusion, it doesn't say.
I think most illusions don't
illusions
have
only have a
hit
single
points.
hit point.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think essentially if they
Yeah, so
if
maybe
they
it
attack
does
them, they're
poof?
dispelled. I think.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
All right.
Then they
It says
know it's
the
an
illusion
illusion, right?
lasts until the card is moved or the illusion is dispelled. Yeah,
Yep.
and if you can dispel an illusion by hitting it, then yeah, they are
Or
gone.
at the very least, they just know to ignore it at that point.
Yeah. So I think
Yeah,
the
I think it might be
Hellhounds
that.
have been,
But
you know,
do the Hellhounds know?
they've torn through it and realized that they're these strange creatures in the crypt with them are insubstantial and
Yeah,
no
but you know
longer-
who's not insubstantial? Aragal, who one of them just moved away from.
Oh, does Argo want to roll an opportunity attack on a Hellhound?
Of
I
course,
mean-
Aragal wants to, right?
Yes. Aragal. That's a 24.
All right, roll damage on that Hellhound for me, please.
That is 8 damage. And he needs to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Oh, because he's getting poisoned.
He is, yes.
This isn't fire poison because the Hellhound would love that.
It is not fire poison. No.
The Hellhound rolled a 6, so the Hellhound is getting poisoned.
Yes.
19 poison damage.
All right, the Hellhound is very sad now. It's bloody.
Good.
All right, Vasilka.
Basilka is going to attempt to. There's not a lot. I guess she's gonna lumber down towards Strahd. At her, it's somewhat slow, 30 feet. Cooler. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I guess dash, since there's not much else she can do. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Is this portcullis has opened, presumably?
The portcullis dropped closed.
It just slammed shut.
Strahd
All
lowered it.
right. Well, if she had an action, she would attempt to lift it, but instead she will pound on it
Okay.
angrily.
Vampire Spawn are next. I think they're the ones that are available to me are still turned undead and hiding in various corners, basically. Gosh, there's a lot of tokens spread across this map. So I think that brings us to Imra.
Okay, well,
We
the
are starting
theme
a
for this
new round.
episode,
This will be a speed round.
Theme for the episode is Imra running. Maybe towards Strahd, maybe not. I think that Imra would try to corner Strahd rather than be distracted by the Hellhounds.
hmm
So that's how I'm going to play it. So
The
I am
Hellhounds are clearly a distraction. So we're clear.
I am going to run toward the crypt, and that will be my turn.
All right. Nilbog?
Yeah, both the Nilbog and the Dryad are going to rush forward and go for attacks on these little Hellhound friends here. Well, not my friends. Let's see. We'll do this, which is a... Ooh, that's no good. So that definitely misses. And then we will do this, which is a speed round. Plus, okay, good. 22 surely hits a Hellhound.
Yes.
All right. And, I was hoping for more. 6 magical bludgeoning damage.
Noted. All right. Next up is Strahd's lair action. What will Strahd do for his lair action this time? Since he needs not run any further, he's exactly where he wants to be, except he would prefer to not be here, and he would like all of you to be dead. He is going to...
He was going to create some Ninja Turtles, but that'd be a layered action. Angrily acknowledged. Ah!
Terrible.
I don't know. There was. I'm allergic to dead air. When Tony's reading things, I have to start saying stuff. Otherwise, why would
I mean, it saves me editing.
That's right. I'm doing
So
that for you, Erica. It's for
All
you.
right. A specter is going to attack Vasilka, one of the kind of ghostly wraiths of the of Castle Ravenloft. That will hit Vasilka 14 because Vasilka is not as sturdy as a Broldish. So this is a life drain attack. You're going to take some necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Does she take necrotic damage?
Yeah, not immune. Damage immunities, lightning, poison, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks that aren't adamantine, but this is a magical attack, presumably.
Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah.
And the bad news is if Vasilka rolls poorly on a constitution save, her overall hit points is reduced by this because...
How much is 9 damage, you say?
9.
Well, there's also other things that happen if she reaches a certain hit point total, and that might not all be good for Strahd. So we'll see how it plays out.
Ooh.
All right, Crucible and Guardian.
All right, Crucible 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 25. I'm going to go here. I'll position myself next to the white. It's fine. Bruldish, what are you?
You do have a bad history with whites, Dan. I don't know if you remember.
Oh, but I'm conquering my fears.
Okay, by embracing them. Facing them.
We'll start with facing. If we move on to embracing,
speed round.
Yeah, I'm moving. Bruldish, what's your status?
I am out. I am knocked unconscious.
Not for the the ground shakes beneath us. Elivor, how are you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay, so I will focus on Bruldish. Let's see here. Got one.
Crucible, I have really bad news.
What?
Oh no. You're about to join Lena.
Is there a trap there?
Yeah.
Is there no sort of like perception roll or like any sort of save against this?
You know what? I'm gonna say that you notice as you approach that the ground.
Also, Elivor might have been like, "Stop!" You could be standing over Bruldish.
You notice that the area there is glowing green, glowing blue.
Oh, I definitely would not have stepped on it if it was glowing.
I've now put a blue circle on the map.
I'm not an expert,
Thank you.
but I know that much.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I'll stop here next to Bruldish, and I will use. Oof. I think this is the last.
So basically, there is a teleport trap between these columns here that Strahd was counting on people. And you know what? I guess I was not paying attention because Vasilka traveled across it. But I think if you're the trap having now been revealed could be navigated by simply jumping across these spaces, right? It is no longer invisible. Yeah, Vasilka could jump.
Yeah, she parkoured between those
Crucible.
two crypts.
Yeah.
Flesh golems always parkouring.
Yep. I am using my action to do Cure Wounds at level 3 on Bruldish, which will be 17 hit points to Bruldish.
All right.
Thank you.
I think that is all I can do. Other than shake my fist angrily in the direction of one Strahd von Zarovich.
Team Argal.
Oh, that's sorry, the Celestial.
Team of one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Celestial's turn.
5, 10, 20, 25. Good news, the Celestial flies. So I assume, could I fly high enough to go over the white without provoking?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. The Celestial will pop down here and basically end in a, square next to Vasilka. And the two of them. Glad to see all my NPCs have made it down to that gate.
Oh, yeah. NPCs have been doing real well in this fight.
Maybe the rest of us should just kick back, take a load off. I don't know.
Well, it's Aragal's turn now, so.
Oh, that's true. Well,
yeah, the king of NPCs.
Although I think Aragal can only just run. How how far can I get without stepping on the...
Maybe go around the outside.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's Argyl's turn.
That's
right.
Argyl's turn. Broldish, death saving throw?
No, because I
you're
just
back
got
up.
healed.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Well,
I'm
just do one for practice. You don't want to
No,
get rusty.
Brildish is going to stand up using half of her movement, realize that she can't actually get anywhere useful because she's not a good jumper. Going to use her action to lay on hands and heal herself up for all of her 45 points,
Smart.
all in one fell swoop, and then use the second half of her movement to trudge 2 spaces this way to try to go around. I'm following Aragol. And that's it.
All right. Strahd is next. He is on the other side of the portcullis. I imagine he's kind of pacing back and forth. I believe he has not taken any radiant damage recently, so he can regenerate.
Define recently.
Jeez.
What?
Define recently.
Wait.
I mean, like today?
In a round.
Yeah. This. Oh no.
Yeah.
He would have.
Sadly.
Yeah, but in another universe, he did.
Yeah.
What can he do from the other side of a portcullis that would be unkind? You know what he can do? Because he is actually relatively effective on the other side of a portcullis. He's going to cast Fireball. So I just have to decide where is this going to be.
How about on
Strahd
himself?
reaches out with his hands, and a streak flashes from his pointing fingers to a point he chooses within range, and then blossoms out with a low roar and an explosion of flames, killing so many bats. Just so many bats. Each creature in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on the point will make a dexterity saving throw, or take 8d6 fire damage on a failed saving
86.
throw. 86. I think he's going to basically, Vasilka is right there at the portcullis, so it is targeted on Vasilka, but goes out
dear.
20 feet. So that will hit, I think that'll hit Aragol.
The white.
The
It
white.
will hit the white.
And
The celestial.
And the celestial. So I guess the rest of you player characters hung way back. So good choice.
29 damage. That's not great. So a few things are going to happen.
The white
Oh
is
boy.
this may not have been the best choice in terms of white preservation, but in terms
There are
of
plenty more where that came from.
yeah, there are a lot more in that pit.
I'm gonna get a letter from the White Preservation Society.
God.
Headquartered in Connecticut, of course.
Yeah, out of context, that's bad. I shouldn't have said it.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I think the so 29 fire damage. I don't think
And Vasilka, I think, is vulnerable to fire.
not vulnerable, but aversion to fire, and will have disadvantage on attacks rolls and ability checks until the end of its next term.
Did she? I assume she didn't make any sort of saving throw. Or
Oh,
was
yeah,
there
I
a
guess
saving throw?
technically there is
Dexterity.
a saving throw.
Dexterity or half.
Yeah, that's not her strong suit.
No.
But you could roll high.
Yep.
Maybe.
Yep.
Hold on.
She's very afraid of the fire, so like
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
this
true.
is exactly.
she's
Oh,
motivated.
she rolled an 18. Take it back.
Hey.
Strahd's
Okay.
Alright.
spell save is DC 18.
Okay.
So-
All right, so that's only 15.
So that we
Oh,
have
and
29.
Aragol can have it.
No, it's 14,
Which is
right?
good.
So
Mhm.
I get 15 back. So I'm at 39, which still is interesting.
What happens to your
Yeah, I got to make the construct.
guardian ghost friend?
Gotta find stat block. There we go. I don't think dexterity is their strong suit either. +2. Not bad.
That's the right direction.
Yeah.
Better up than down.
7. And only, let's see, 2 points. Looks like I think the celestial is gone.
Oh. It was such a good friend.
Yeah.
Well, now you can cast a different concentration spell if you want.
This is definitely true. Although I've blown all my 3rd, 4th, and 5th level spell slots. So
Yeah,
No
I mean,
surprise.
you know, Strahd doesn't exactly have a lot of spell slots himself. So, Elevor.
Oh, I'm a magic user, and I can do magic all the time. So what I think, because it looks like Strahd is hiding out behind a wall.
Well, I mean, a portcullis is both a wall and a
Well,
door.
I mean, inside he is behind a wall, yes? So he doesn't
he's-
currently have line of sight with me, yeah?
I would say no, especially there's stairs between you and him. And so,
Elevor heartily jumps over the little dealy bob.
Do you care about that white that you just jumped past?
You know what I care about?
What you care about?
What I care about.
Michael, what do you need?
What I need is to not be next to that white. Which is a thing I often say.
You step on that teleportation and you will not be next to that white.
That is true. You know,
I offer you solutions.
I
ever
have
seen
a
Get Out?
thought. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So here's what I'm curious about for you, Tony.
Mhm.
You know, Elevor is kind of a cool dude, right?
That is what you say about him.
And cool dudes know how to put cards between their fingers and go like this and have them fly very long distances.
Oh, you're
Follow
saying
me.
like
Yeah.
Gambit
Yeah.
is what you're saying. Yeah.
Gambit.
Like
The coolest
Gambit.
of the X-Men.
Exactly.
Yes.
Mon ami, exactly.
Yeah. The somethingness of the X-Men.
Cool dudes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do we feel about Elevor being able to a few cards through the portcullis? What kind of role would you need for that? Because here's what I'm thinking. Strahd is a pansy ass. Can I say ass?
I don't know.
And well, Erica said yes.
Okay,
And
but can he say
so-
pansy? I don't know. You know.
Flower.
That's like a
he has an ass full
flower.
of flowers. Yeah. That's a fine.
Strahd has an ass full of flowers.
That is
which
not
means
canon.
that he runs all over. Well, but see, he's a rotting vampire, and he doesn't want to smell.
You can throw
yes,
cards
but-
through the portcullis.
But I will
out of
say,
him.
in a previous episode, we also determined that Strahd would probably see through any illusions from the
He
deck
is a
of
powerful
illusions
man.
Oh, that's
immediately.
true. I was
so-
hoping to scare him because he's a scaredy cat.
I
and
thought you
would
were
run.
legitimately just trying to flick cards in his
Oh,
face. And I was
no,
like, I'm
no,
here
no.
for it. I'm here for
I
it.
was
It
trying to get
seems
him to
annoying
run
and I
out.
like it.
Improvised weapon.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey Strahd, how you like 52 card pickup?
He would
Yeah, it was
probably just run
more-
farther into the crypt and be harder to find him. So
That's
Ugh.
true. That's
There's-
true.
There's not a lot of
he's not
crypts.
coming. He's not coming out.
I think in that case, I'm just going to try to deal with this white.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and do.
That was a very long.
Yeah, I know.
Did
Speed
not-
round.
Right. It was a
But
good
then
thought.
Elevor comes along and the speed round
Speed.
dies.
Speed round.
Does a 25 hit a white?
It does.
All right. 15 damage.
Oh, you're in your
that.
savage mode, huh?
Take it out.
Yes. He's a cool dude, remember?
Yeah. He's got.
It's a
All
savage
right.
burn.
This white is extreme 15 damage. Still undead.
Dang it.
But not in mid condition. Not good. Kind of wishing he's back in this pit with all his white friends, just loitering.
Oh, golly.
What are they
That's
doing
too
there?
good.
Listen to podcasts or?
Yeah, you know.
Oh,
Probably.
dear.
They're thinking about getting one together, but they've been talking about it for a while.
All right, that's all.
All right. You know it, you love it. Bats attack. I will say Vasilka and Argal don't need to worry about bats because they've all been burned up in this immediate area. But everybody else, please enjoy some bat damage.
Both get hit, Elevor and...
Another crit.
Oh, no.
Unreal.
That is
Unreal.
wild.
I don't love it for you.
Mm-mm.
Do not.
Come all this way, get stopped by one white and a portcullis.
All right. Somewhere far away in a deep, dark pit, Lena is climbing to freedom. Several whites roll longbow attacks on you. 1, 2.
They're standing in
Three.
a pit and they're carrying longbows?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did
most
say
of them,
that.
most of them pathetic, but one longbow catches you in the leg, Lena. 9 damage. Lena, how far can
Okay.
you climb in a turn?
So I
700 feet.
do not know. Like, she doesn't have like spider climb or
That would be-
anything.
This would be a exciting reveal where you realize we would,
This whole,
Yeah.
this whole
time.
time I've had 8 arms and I've just not been using them.
Whoa, they just unfold. That would be kind of
So
terrifying.
each foot of movement costs 1 extra foot.
So it's
half.
half speed.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
half speed.
Yeah. So
15 feet
she
per
probably climbed 30 feet.
All right. Do you know how much is that total, or is that how far did you
Actually,
climb last
30
time?
feet,
Two
and then an
moves.
additional 15 because I would have used my bonus action.
Guess-
So 45 feet total.
Guess what, Lena? You are now out of a pit.
Love that. Where
yeah.
where is Lena?
I'm
Where
going
does
to-
the pit emerge?
Is Lena Lena?
I'm
so
on a different level.
No, you're here. What's mainly funny, I'm going to show you where you are on the map, Jane, but I feel like Lena does not actually know where you are relative to other things.
No,
Because
she has
Lena,
no idea.
you basically have climbed out of a pit and found yourself in one of the crypts in Strahd's basement. But guess what? You were in a pit below the crypts, so that was real bad.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I think you're not entirely aware where you are, but you hear the sounds of battle in the distance, so you know
Gotcha.
that you are not far from them. Also, not currently in a murder pit full of whites. So
Love that.
love that. I love that for you. Whites are gonna go. This white is still alive. This white is going to do. This white is thinking. Where is Crucible? Huh.
Hello.
A step
This-
away. Elevor's right
it
there.
wants
Though.
to get to Crucible. It's heard about Crucible.
Through the
but
like
I'm Elver's
white-
kind of offended.
the white vine or
Well, you open a bag Crucible. It has repercussions. Longsword attack on Crucible, followed by longsword attack on Elevor, and then a second attack is coming. Elevor, 23 is probably going to hit you.
It will, so 5
take
damage.
5 damage. I assume you're still up.
Definitely.
Up, definitely. Let's do a life drain attack.
On me,
Yeah, on you. 9's not going to hit you.
it is not.
All right. Hellhounds are next. They have done away with the illusions. So I think your woodland friends are next. Elevor.
it does make
Um,
it sound like he summoned like a squirrel and a chipmunk to help
Yes.
us.
There's little.
Snow
No,
White's course.
those
Just thinking
are
of this
your-
book I read my kid every night, you know.
You said mine aren't next. The Hellhounds are.
No,
Yeah,
the Hellhounds
are
the
attacking
next.
the Nilbog and the Dryad.
Next, gotcha.
Next
Gotcha,
in the
gotcha.
Hellhounds itinerary.
Yes.
So I rolled in a couple attacks there. Can you do some
Yeah.
damage to your? I don't know
So-
if any of them are defeated by this Hellhound onslaught.
Sorry, who's getting hit? Which one?
Uh,
Because there's
Let's
a
say
Nilbog
there's-
and a Dryad.
and they have different stats.
Yes.
Let's say that 2 attacks are on the Nilbog and 1 attack's on the Dryad.
Okay, so the 2 attacks, those 2 creatures need to roll charisma saving throws,
What?
and they need to beat a DC 12.
They are going to have a very hard time doing that.
One of them does.
One of them did, and one of them
And
rolled
so-
a maths 1.
They are the one that didn't is charmed and must spend their action praising the Nilbog, so I guess that's going to sound funny. And so the other one
I forgot that Nilbog.
succeeds in hitting and therefore does 5 damage. However, that is reduced to how does this work? As a reaction, in response to another creature dealing damage to the Nilbog reduces the damage to 0 and regains 3 hit points.
I like this Nilbog.
It's
I
very
don't like-
hard to kill a Nilbog, basically.
Okay. Is
so
it possible for a dog to kill a Nilbog?
I don't think the dog can kill the Nilbog. As far as the
Nilbog
Dryad, though.
is sufficiently locking these dogs down then.
Mhm.
The Dryad takes some damage. What is that? 18 damage. and is rather upset about it.
All right. Dan, I believe Vasilka is next.
Well, so Vasilka, as a result of that fireball, has dropped to 39 hit points. Now, fun fact, and I can say it.
Well, fact.
I mean, I can,
Dan's allowed to say it.
That's right. Thank you.
I used to be in charge of this podcast.
Really? You think?
Well,
No,
I
so
used
you
to be
didn't.
on
It's
this
cute that you
podcast.
think that.
I introduced
It would be funny
this
if you said that
podcast.
to. It would be funny if you said that to anybody but me, Tony.
Oh, producers.
Or I control this live stream. I'll turn it off whenever
Yeah,
I want.
it's-
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm really just here.
Whenever the golem starts its turn with 40 hit points or fewer, 39
Ooh.
last I checked, under 40.
Yep.
Roll
math.
a d6, and on a 6, they go berserk.
Oh no.
Oh.
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
We're all good.
Okay. Good.
Woo.
Good.
Mhm.
Good.
All right. I would now like to use Vasilka's turn to try and raise the roof. No, raise the portcullis.
All right. I
Excellent.
think Vasilka is well prepared for that because she is a
She's
strong.
She's strong.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She's a
Strong
strong,
question.
independent Vasilka.
That's
Yeah,
right.
give me a
Mhm.
strength check for your golem.
All right. It's not my golem. It's just a golem. that I
She
know.
is her own golem.
Yes.
Mhm. Got
That's
it.
the whole
Just-
point of this
Mhm.
adventure here for her to not be.
That's a
She ain't nobody's
beholden
golem.
That's a 14.
I am gonna say that it is enough.
Yes.
Vasilka is like basically holding the portcullis up. I will say that like
Oh, so it's going to take her out of combat.
well,
There's
as long
no
as you want
way
the-
she can't like
Actually, hold on.
jam it somehow in the up
I would
position.
say that it is very hard to hold a portcullis up and jam something in it.
There's probably a mechanism inside, just
There's
like there
almost
was on the
certainly
other
a
side.
lever inside that's drawn.
What about jamming one of our magical long axes to hold?
I have a +2 great
I don't know,
axe.
what's
I
this
think
piece of
we've done
junk?
that before.
Yeah, I think we have too.
Several times over the course of this campaign,
and
actually.
it's worked.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh-huh.
they're magic. They're indestructible.
So I assume, she could move and let go of the portcullis
Oh,
behind her.
yeah, too.
Does her
How-
anger at Strahd overcome her
Well, she- you
rationality?
You didn't roll a 6, that's for
I
sure.
did not roll a 6, but also I just, she seems to make she might be single-minded about it.
Mhm.
She's really angry at that Strahd dude. All right, she will hold it for now, but
I feel like
not
rolling a 1
forever.
on that D6 is like that's simmering.
She
She's not boiling
you
over
see her
yet.
like straining
Mhm.
at the looking like she wants to go, and then she like casts a look back over her shoulder at all her
There might be
friends
you
fighting
know,
a white and
Mhm.
how many turns does she want?
yeah. It's not going to stay forever. It's not going to
Yeah.
stay forever, but she'll give it
Yeah.
she'll give it a round.
All right, and so we have gone through another 2 rounds. Somehow, Strahd von Zarovich, still here on this plane of
He
existence,
runs.
because he is made a tactical
Evasive.
retreat to his very own personal crypt. He has regained some hit points.
I believe
He
he
has
has
lured-
cried wee all the way home.
He has lured some brash and bolden heroes into some teleport traps. He
MTV
has,
Crypts.
he has brought in some undead. And when is a vampire more dangerous than when he is cornered here in his place of rest? Will our adventurers finally be able to mop things up next time? Will we find out the fate not just of our heroes, but of Barovia? I speak of Big Barovia and Little Barovia. What will happen to Strahd? What will happen to our heroes? Will anyone else pay the ultimate price? And what about that bag the Crucible opened? Do you think anything's going to happen with that? For answers
No.
to questions such as these, tune in next time to Total Party Kill.
The Incomparable Podcast Network. Become a member and support this show today. theincomparable.com/members